Hi, fourth grade. This is our last part of our presentation for the moon. Okay. As we're going over this, I want you to get out your notebooks and take notes in our 2-column notes. Here we can see the Earth rotating and spinning on its axis. Here we can see the moon. And we can see the orbit that the moon makes from the Earth. All right, so you spent a few weeks on day and night, and now we're going to learn about the phases of the moon. Let's get ready for some last part of our science unit. Think of the items you want to bring with you on a long space flight. Ooh, think of the items you will bring with you on a long space flight. We have the universe, which is all existing matter in space. The sun, well, the star of the center of our universe system. And we are learning in the 5th grade that the sun is what is used to heat and control our water cycle. Gravity, a force of attraction between objects. Earth, the only known planet to have life. Our Earth is the 3rd planet from the sun. And the moon, it's a body that makes an orbit around a plane. And we know the moon orbits around the Earth. All right, so a KWL chart. Most of these things we do know because we have been studying them for a week. But what orbits the sun? Ooh, I think we know that. The moon orbits Earth. Remember, this is what I know. The Earth orbits the sun. The moon orbits Earth. And the moon has phases. What I wonder, why does the moon appear different in the night sky during the month? And what happens when the moon comes between the Earth and the sun? Oh, we should know that one already. All right, so here we go. The moon revolves around the Earth. Right here, we can see the Earth. Now, we see our sunlight is here. We know that when the moon is between the Earth and the sun, it's a new moon because the part of the moon that is lit, we cannot see from Earth. If we were here, do you see how this is lit up? So that is the new moon. So new moon, 1st quarter, full, and 3rd quarter. So then we go to the 1st quarter. These are the 4 main phases of the moon. Then we go to the 1st quarter. We know it's getting bigger. And look from Earth. We can see it, but look, it stays still when it goes. So that's still there. And then we come and we have the full moon. So the full moon is when the moon is on the opposite side of the sun, because here's the sun and here's our Earth. And then we have 3rd quarter. The moon revolves around the Earth every 27 to 30 days. Okay, so here we go. October 2020. Ooh, look, we know last night. I guess October 2nd is a full moon. We thought it was the 1st. So around is the full moon. And then you can see the month and how it's going to go. Oh, and then look, there we go. Another full moon. And we know that it is called a blue moon when we have 2 full moons in 1 month. We measure it in about a month. We only see the moon because sunlight reflects back to us from its surface. So we only see the moon because the sunlight reflects back to us from the surface. It is a myth that the moon comes out at night. Oh, and I know a myth is something that they used to talk about long ago. So the moon is a myth that comes out at night. And we have talked about that. If you look into the sky on a clear day, you will soon realize that the moon is often visible while the sun is up. All right, so we have phases, we have moonrise, and we have moonset. So the phase, the new moon, this is when we can see it at sunrise. Look in the sky on a clear day. All right, the first quarter is noon, and then the moon will set at midnight. Full moon, that's what we have now. So it comes out at sunset, which we were able to see the other day when I showed us those pictures when Mrs. Gregory and I went walking, and sunrise. And the last quarter you can see at midnight and at noon. The phases of the moon rely on the sun's reflections to illuminate its fractional angles facing Earth. As the moon circles the Earth, the amount of the lit side we see changes. And we have been experiencing this the last month. One half of the moon is always lit up by the sun in space. Here on Earth, we can't always see half of the moon. We see only the near side that can reflect the sun's light towards us. So the sun reflects the light off of the moon, and that's what we see. There are 4 major phases of the moon light, and we see from Earth: new moon, first quarter, full, and third quarter.